Hi guys and happy Monday. We are back with Manchester's finest, and yes, we're still in the newsroom, but I promise you we've left the sofa only to get changed. We're actually in our good clothes today because we ran out of trackies. They're all in the wash.
Who else has had that problem? Comment below if you have. We're running out of everything, aren't we?
Yeah.
So it's good clothes only from now on. If you haven't tuned in before, we are Feel Good Club. I'm Kira, this is Amy, and this is Juno. And we are two wives on a mission to normalise the conversation around mental health and feelings in general. We're based over on Instagram, and every single day we put out positive messages. And we are back here today for our sixth week.
I've got no idea.
All rolling into one with Manchester's finest to bring you the top positive news from Manchester. So before we get started, I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone who's tuned in right now, everyone who tunes in every week. We really, really appreciate your support. But a massive thank you to those who can't tune in, and that is obviously our NHS and key workers who are out there right now saving lives and keeping our country turning. So a huge thank you to you guys. But who is ready for some positive news?
Me!
And Juno is as well, I think. Alicia's not barking this week. First up is the wonderful coffee pot. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I have been missing a big breakfast, a big nice cooked breakfast like you get in a pub. But it's so difficult right now to find all of the right ingredients, especially being a veggie. We've been struggling to find the nice veggie sausages. But Coffee Pot, based in Northern Quarter, have got us covered. They have brought out the DIY lockdown breakfast, and you can
Praise
get
the Lord.
all of the ingredients. Our mouth was watering, wasn't it, when we was looking at it on Instagram? All of the ingredients delivered straight to your door, but you can also order a litre of Bloody Mary along with that. So just head over to their Instagram. We've got our breakfast sorted for next weekend, haven't we?
I think we just do it tonight, if I'm honest.
I mean, yeah, let's have it for tea tonight, next weekend, every day.
Because they're also delivering all around Greater Manchester, so that's
Wherever
incredible.
you are,
You can
you're
also
covered.
get pancakes, burgers, you can get it all delivered. So huge shout out to Coffee Pot. You have saved our lives during lockdown. Congratulations. So you might have also seen this week on Manchester's Finest, it was actually last week, sorry, that someone has made a Manchester Monopoly board that you can download the template for and use it at home.
I love Monopoly.
You have obsessed with
I'm
it.
obsessed with it.
She wants to make me play it all the time. But he's actually done a twist to it all. And actually, instead of community chess, it actually is chess of sanitation. And
Genius.
of course, you're all probably wondering
what's Mayfair? What's Mayfair? Favourite one. Always got to get to Mayfair first on the board. If
we
you want to
argue
win.
every time we play Monopoly because we always want to get to Mayfair. But Mayfair has changed to Loo Roll.
Of course it has.
Because of course it's the most quality item right now. But another template which is also amazing, which I was like, okay, but can we do it? McDonald's this week have also announced that you can now download a Happy Meal template, which you can
missing Happy Meals.
which you can now print at home for your children or your wife and make your own Happy Meals at home. Because let's be honest, we're all missing McDonald's.
We are.
But yeah, massive shout out to McDonald's because I think that's such a cute idea.
It is really, really cute, and I'm sure it's kept lots of kids and adults entertained this weekend. So next up, we've got Manchester Airport. Obviously, with a lot of the flights being grounded right now, they've got surplus amounts of the plain food, which is frozen food. Millions of it, apparently.
You don't think about that, do you?
No, you don't. Millions of it is just locked up in their freezers. And the wonderful team at the non-profit group Open Kitchen MCR have stepped in to collect all of those meals so they can make sure the people who really need food right now is getting it. That's, of course, the homeless, people who have been housed in temporary accommodation, and also those living below the poverty line. Open Kitchen Manchester are brilliant anyway. They're a business that basically take on any food that would usually go to waste and they turn it into delicious food for events. So amazing work from them.
But can I also jump in? Because haven't they been cooking and delivering 10,000 meals a week or something?
Yeah, something ridiculous like that.
10,000 meals a week.
So huge shout out to those guys. I've heard of them well before this as well, and the work that they do is brilliant. So they've just stepped it up even further by doing this. So shout out to you guys.
And shout out to Manchester Airport, of course.
Another favourite charity of mine is the wonderful Manchester Cares, and they basically team up elderly people who may not have many friends or family around them, and they team them up with young people just so that they can have a chat. The young people take them out to salsa classes, just anything to keep them entertained. And obviously right now with that part of our community being the most vulnerable, they can't have access to those people anymore or get outside. So Manchester Cares have created hundreds of activity books, and they've sent them out to them to keep them entertained during the lockdown period. And they've also taken on extra volunteers to call up their elderly community and keep them company 3 to 4 times a week, which is absolutely
so
beautiful.
lovely.
I want to sign up. Before all of this, I promised myself that I was going to sign up for months and months and months, and I just never had the time. You know, when you always, something happens, and now is the right time to do this. So if you're looking to volunteer and you would like to make an elderly friend who you can share stories with, hear about their lives, and just have a general catch up, get over to Manchester Cares. They've also got a fundraiser which they need money to be able to continue to provide this support. So head over to their website, which is manchestercares.org.uk, and get involved in whichever way that you can.
Such a lovely charity. Absolutely love that charity. And you might have been, or you might not have been, but you might have heard of Remedy Kitchen. It's actually the first free from I keep getting that wrong. The first free from coffee house in Manchester, which is like absolutely amazing because we've got some of our friends are like gluten free and your mum, and it's always a nightmare trying to find anywhere. So
even if you're vegan, like well, most places now do obviously good options for coffee and stuff, but it can be really hard to find vegan food still.
But Remedy Kitchen are only a year old, and like many other coffee houses at the moment in Manchester, they're really struggling. So they wanted to figure out a way where they can obviously help their business but also help us in Manchester and obviously everywhere else in the UK and around the world. And so what they've actually done is they've created a cookbook / ebook,
which looks great.
It does look great, and it's actually all kitchen Remedy Kitchen recipes in this book, so they're actually giving away their own secrets, and they're very positive, and everything in this cookbook is all to do with like obviously helping us with like nutrition, keeping healthy, and obviously that's just one big cycle to keep us positive during these hard times. So please head over and check their ebook out, but they've also gone that one step further and half price their gift cards. So after all this is done, if you want to go and head over to a free from coffee house, then buy your half price gift cards and get over there when this is all over. Massive shout to Remedy Kitchen.
Next up, we've got Bowen Trading Limited. Recently, the NHS Foundation Trust at Manchester University made an appeal for men's and ladies' nightwear to create night packs for NHS staff who needed to remain on site overnight. And Bowen Trading donated over 500 pieces to show their support to all the hard-working staff so that these night packs could be made for them. But we messaged them to let them know that we'd like to cover them on our positive news, and they told us that actually they've been hard at work even more to help the NHS.
This is unreal.
So they've purchased over 30,000 protective face masks, 3,000 face visors to donate to care homes, nursing homes, hospices, all across the northwest, which they'll be donating for absolutely free. And they've actually ordered and are waiting on another 50,000 of the face masks and protective face visors, which are going to be shipped within the next 10 days to be given out. Huge shout out to that business that they are putting such money and effort into supporting our local community and NHS. It's absolutely incredible what they're doing. You can head over to their Instagram, which is Bowen Trading Limited, even if you just like to show them a message of kind support, and tell them what they're doing is great, because when we reached out to them and said this is absolutely amazing, they were so grateful that we'd got in touch. So huge shout out to you guys.
It's such, honestly, everyone's just pulling together so much, and that's all for free. They've donated all that. So next up, we've got a local Salford girl, because I'm from Salford, so I just wanted to big up Salford there.
So you're not even Mancunian?
We should have. Diane Goodwin, that runs the Cafe Union Canteen in Salford. She's joined forces with Salford-based social enterprise Social Adventures. And basically they're delivering hot meals, sandwiches to over 7 newly set up COVID centres in Salford.
Oh, wow.
And Diane actually cooks 200 hot, healthy meals.
On her own?
Yep, every single day for NHS on her own.
Oh my God.
Little Diane cooking 200 hot meals every single day for NHS staff and key workers in these new setups. New places that have been set up for COVID, basically. And the Surface is also receiving food donations by food charity FareShare. So please, 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 if you can, head over to FareShare's website and donate some food, but also like a huge, massive shout out to everybody involved. That's Diane and also everybody involved at Social Adventures, because it's amazing. One lady is 200 hot meals.
That is insane. Well done, Diane. That is absolutely amazing. Get over and show your support, guys. Next up, we've got sewing professionals. So these guys, I found,
love this story,
oh my God, I found them on Instagram and I was just like, this is absolutely incredible. So it's basically a team of sewing professionals and people who just do it as a hobby. And they've decided to set up a group called the Manc Central North Scrub Hub. Bit of a mouthful that. Yeah. But they've been dedicating all of their free time to sew scrubs and PPE equipment for the NHS, local hospitals in the Manchester area. They've been doing scrubs, surgical gowns, which can be used up to 20 times a day to reach the health requirements for the NHS. And it's just like their Instagram is just amazing. All of the stuff that they've been making is brilliant. A list of the other things that they've been making here are scrubs, surgical gowns, scrub bags to keep them in, scrub caps and adapters for face masks, because there's a lot of the NHS staff who are getting sores around their ears or around their mouths from these masks. So they're creating protective things for their faces, which is just absolutely amazing. But they're actually looking for some donations. They've got a crowdfunder, which you can see on their Instagram, which I'll let you know what that is at the end. But as well as looking for some money to help them purchase extra things, they're asking for a list of things that people might have in their homes that are going spare. So they're looking for cotton tape, elastic for the gowns, duvets to make the scrub bags out of, and any spare poly cotton fabric that you've got lying around your house. If you've got any of these, head over to @manc_central_north_scrub_hub. That's such a mouthful.
_score. So that was underscore each time, guys. We'll put it in the comments.
Yeah, we'll put it in the comments. But it's absolutely amazing what these people are doing. They're just hobbyists or people who sew for a living, and they're using all of their spare time to create. And these scrubs that they've got in their Instagram pictures are like perfect. Just what you'd see on
yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. No scrubs. That's a show, isn't it? Scrubs. Yeah, but it's absolutely brilliant. So head over, show them support, drop them a message to say how well they're doing, and if you've got any of those items, please do donate.
Because let's be honest, we all have that duvet in the ironing cupboard. You hate it and you never put it
on. It's
so please head over and send it over.
Yeah.
Each week, honestly, I'm not just saying this because we bring these news, but each week I do sit here and completely mind blown about all these people that are pulling together to do their bit. It's just incredible, and it just shows, as always, how amazing Manchester is. But next up, we've got We Stand Strong, and basically 40 plus businesses in Leigh, it's not far from us actually, have joined forces to raise money for the NHS, and each business has all give a little something. So there's people from sweets, there's beauty products, eyelashes, rugby tickets, all these different things which are worth over £1,000. And you can basically head over to their Instagram, which is we stand strong _ it's full of them this time. And if you head over there, you can make a donation on their GoFundMe page. You then get put into a raffle, which you can then win all these amazing prizes.
So they're actually doing it for the NHS, but also for local fundraisers as well. We won't list them all out because there's a lot of detail, but if you head over, you can see the different charities that they're also raising money for, and they're all amazing, lovely charities. So head over, check them out, and anything that's donated gets split across those 4 charities and the NHS as well. So absolutely brilliant. Next up, you may have seen, if you've been taking your local daily exercise in your local park, there are lots of painted pebbles that are appearing, and it's this craze that has been making its way. I think it's in Australia now, but there's the word on the street is that it started in Manchester.
Of course.
So Jill Farnworth from Bury set up a group where children or adults, whoever wants to do it. When you go to the park on your daily exercise, if you see pebbles, you take them home and you paint them. And then next time you go to the park, you leave some pebbles on the ground somewhere that people might find them. And there's no touching involved, because when I read this at first, Amy was like, that's not safe. We're not talking about that. But you don't actually pick up the pebbles that someone else has touched, guys. You just leave them there for other people to see. But it's absolutely lovely.
People have been leaving messages on, haven't they, saying, like, stay strong.
The storm will pass, don't give up. Lovely, lovely messages. And it's just something fun to do for the kids or for you. I mean, I'm probably going to do it. And then
Whilst walking around with my Happy Meal.
I'm a Monopoly board on my back. But there's loads and loads of Facebook groups. So if you just type in Pebble Painting Manchester, there's now been one set up in each community. So you'll probably find one that's local to you.
It reminds me a lot of, obviously, the rainbow. And every time I see a rainbow in the window, it just makes me smile. So next I am actually going to go pebble hunting.
I'm going to go pebble hunting. We'll share them on our Instagram when we do it. Next up, this one actually isn't from Manchester, but it's from Birmingham, which is my hometown. And the story, the story, this is positive news, and this is the most positive news that I've found over these last couple of weeks that we've been in lockdown. A girl that I went to school with, Sarah, her daughter has been battling cancer for the last couple of years, and she has now, congratulations to little Caris, has come to the end of her chemo. So usually when that happens, you'd go to the hospital and you'd ring the bell, but obviously with everything going on right now, she can't do that. So what Sarah did for her was she set up a surprise garden party in the garden for her, where she'd made her own bell for her, and she came out and rang it, and it was absolutely beautiful.
It's actually made me feel a bit
emotional.
emotional.
Same. I'm feeling emotional, but I've watched this story over the last couple of years, and it is absolutely incredible what Sarah has done for her little girl, and that was just amazing to see. So are you? I know, same. I'm getting teary.
She was a little bit shy about doing it at first in the video, wasn't she?
Yeah.
And then afterwards, she was like, it was just a lovely moment.
Very heartwarming. So huge congratulations to Sarah, Caris, and the rest of your family. Really, really happy to see that.
And of course, every week we bring something that a little local has done for their neighbour. And this week it's actually our niece and nephew, Ruby and Zach. They actually made a huge happy birthday banner for their neighbour who was 4 years old, and got some cake and a little present, and obviously social distancing. They left the cake and the present on the street, and they stood there with the big banner when he opened the door. And it was just a lovely, lovely moment. Like, obviously you forget that, all these children are having birthdays still, and they're missing out on all the birthday parties that as a child, you absolutely love and still do. But yeah, they stood there with a little banner when they opened the door. They shared a little cake at 2 meters different distance, of course. But I just thought that was a beautiful thing. So if you've got a neighbour whose birthday it is, please, please, please make a bit of effort and make them smile. Because it made me smile seeing it.
So this next one absolutely has blown my mind. So it
literally made me repeat this about 40 times because she didn't believe how many hours I was saying.
I've literally, like Amy said, I've asked her to repeat it a million times.
It can't be right.
And then I went on Instagram myself and was like, this can't be right.
But it is.
But it is correct. So yesterday, of course, was supposed to be the London Marathon, and you've probably seen there's a challenge going around that is saying run for 2.6 miles or do 26 minutes of exercise, something around the number 26. Majority of us are doing it in minutes. We did it in minutes, didn't we, yesterday? But Amy Hughes, a local Manchester runner, this alone blew me away. She did 53 marathons in 53 days, has decided that she wasn't going to do 26 minutes. She wasn't going to do 2.6 miles. She was going to run for 26 hours straight.
I feel physically sick when I think about it.
We were tuning in throughout the day because throughout the day she did lives on her Instagram and little videos. Absolutely just blown away. Last time we checked, she'd raised well over £3,000 for the NHS. Next week we will update you on how much she raised. But what an amazing achievement.
We couldn't end the news on anything but that,
Yeah.
because that is like unbelievable. 26 hours. And like halfway through, she put on her Instagram, like obviously she felt like she was drunk because obviously she'd just not stopped running. And then she was running on the treadmill at home, and then she actually went outside to try and get a bit of fresh air and feel a bit normal whilst running again. But yeah, she said it was just the most weirdest experience, how she felt. But absolutely incredible, Amy.
Well done,
honestly.
Amy.
Incredible. And obviously, if you do want to donate, then please head over to Amy Hughes' Instagram. Like as Kira says, she's a local Manchester runner, so congratulations, Amy. But that is this week's positive news for you guys. We hope that you enjoy us dressed up for you.
Yeah.
We
can't promise that we'll do the same next week. Hopefully the tracksuits will be washed by then.
Juno obviously loved the news, as you could tell. But
We hope you guys didn't fall asleep as well. But have an amazing, amazing week. Stay safe, stay strong, stay positive. Lots and lots of love from us three.
Remember, we're all in this together. It's not got long now. So please, please, please keep the positivity up for the rest of the week. And of course, massive shout out to Manchester's Finest for keeping us smiling, not only on a Monday, but throughout the week.
And we'll see you next week at 7, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.